Hey everyone, I'm Jack Ferdman, and this is Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute. It's Spine-Tingling Saturday, and today's film is the suspenseful thriller from 1975, 3 Days of the Condor. One Oscar-nominated film, let's go. Now, 3 Days of the Condor was directed by Sydney Pollack and stars Robert Redford, Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, Max von Sydow, and John Houseman. Now, there are thrillers, and then there are films that make you question everything around you. 3 Days of the Condor is one of those movies. Watching it today almost makes you trust government institutions even less than we already do. And honestly, that's exactly why this film still works so brilliantly. Released in the aftermath of Watergate, Sydney Pollack's political thriller captures the paranoia of 1970s America perfectly. Every conversation, every shadowy hallway, every suspicious glance feels infected by secrecy and corruption. Now, this film follows Joe Turner, played by Redford, a CIA researcher whose quiet job involves reading books and searching for hidden clues in fiction that may relate to intelligence operations. But when he returns from lunch one afternoon to discover his entire office being massacred, Turner suddenly finds himself on the run, unsure who he can trust, including his own agency. Now, what makes Pollack's film so effective is how taut and intelligent the screenplay feels without ever becoming confusing. The dialogue is intricate and layered, yet always accessible to the audience. Pollack carefully feeds us information at the same pace Turner processes it, allowing the tension to build naturally instead of overwhelming viewers with complicated spy jargon. That balance is incredibly difficult to pull off, and it's one of the reasons this movie remains so gripping nearly 50 years later. And then there's Robert Redford. I love Redford as an actor because he always feels like an everyday man thrown into extraordinary circumstances. Yes, he was one of the great Hollywood heartthrobs of the 60s and 70s, but it's his intelligence and calmness and idealism that makes him endlessly rewatchable. As Joe Turner, he becomes a need-to-know kind of operative, carefully analyzing every situation while desperately trying to survive. Even in moments of panic, Turner is always thinking several steps ahead. Redford makes that intelligence feel completely natural. Now, Pollack and Redford made 7 films together, including Jeremiah Johnson, The Way We Were, and the eventual Best Picture winner, Out of Africa. And their chemistry as actor and director is undeniable here. And the supporting cast is phenomenal as well. Watching Oscar winners Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, and John Houseman interact with Redford is a sheer delight. Every scene feels purposeful, from the shocking office massacre to the unforgettable mailman sequence. The film never loosens its grip. And the final confrontation at the New York Times building, wow, it's exactly the kind of ending a great political thriller deserves. Yes, the movie absolutely feels like a 1970s film. And I do mean that as a compliment. The editing by Don Gaitis and Frederick Steinkamp gives the film a deliberate but relentless pacing that perfectly mirrors the era's growing distrust of authority. The grainy New York photography, the quiet pauses, the realistic performances, it all adds authenticity. 3 Days of the Condor remains a wonderfully intelligent thriller that still feels frighteningly relevant even today. And I'm giving 3 Days of the Condor an A-. Now, 3 Days of the Condor was nominated for only one Academy Award, that's it, and it was for Best Film Editing, and it didn't win. Join me again tomorrow for another Oscar-nominated film, right here on Rewatching Oscars Movie Minute, because if the Academy took notice, it's worth a rewatch.